All right, guys, grab your tourniquets and your quick clot because we're doing more knife skills. Hey guys, welcome back to the ongoing dumpster fire that is Cook You Bastards. Today, knife skills part 2. Last time it was about handling a knife and taking care of it. This time is going to be about specific cuts. Now, before the haters come out, let me tell you, I'm not a chef. I've never been trained in knife work. My knife skills aren't that good, but at least this will give you an idea when you're reading a recipe what the hell they're talking about, right? So let's get started. First one, coarse chop. I see that a lot of places. To me, again, chefs, don't come out and attack me, but to me, coarse chop is kind of a little bit less than an inch maybe. Remember, curl your fingers, keep that keep that thumb tucked behind them. So that to me is a coarse chop. Next one, I'm going to talk about dicing, right? You see that a lot. So dicing to me is kind of bite size, what you might get in some sort of a pre-packaged meal, maybe 1/4 inch, right? Something like that. It's going to make a nice little bite, but not so big that you have to work to get it into your mouth like you might with a coarse chop. Dice. And usually these things are square. We're going to get to some other ones in a second. I see things finely diced. So I'm just going to take my dice. Ooh, that one's spoiled. I'm going to take my dice and cut it in half. So I'm going to make some strips here. Right? Strips there. Form them up and then just smaller. Right? Keep moving your hand back. Keep that thumb tucked. There you go. That's a fine dice. Again, this would probably get me fired from any halfway reputable restaurant, but it works for me. Look, guys, this is your cooking. You're cooking for people you care about, I assume. You're not cooking for money. You're not cooking for some guest out there. So, you know, just try, make it taste good, and you're golden. All right, the next one, mince. You see this a lot. Minced garlic is a big one, minced onion. I'm going to use some of my coarse chop. Mince is just where you chop the hell out of it. So it basically becomes almost a paste. And an easy way to expedite a mince, if you're using something kind of slippery like garlic or onions, sprinkle a little salt on it because that's going to give you some coarseness and what's the word I'm looking for? You know the word I'm looking for. It's going to help grind the whole thing up, give you some friction on that knife. But this is where mince, this is where you just kind of keep the tip of the knife on the cutting board and just kind of go back and forth, right? Make it really small and fine. And some of them might fly out at you. That's okay. And just go back and forth. This one's kind of the easiest because you just keep going at it until there's nothing left. And again, this is usually for really aromatic, strongly tasting stuff, garlic, onions, little mince, right? Put that up there. There you go, little fella. Now, what do you do if you have leafy stuff, right? This is for herbs, lettuce, spinach, whatever. Stack them, roll them up, and then start cutting them like that. You can make that as wide as you want, all right? If you're doing spinach, you want some nice big pieces, or as thin as you want if you're like sprinkling herbs on a pizza or a taco or something. When chefs do that, it's called a chiffonade. They do it a lot better, obviously, but that's what you do for something leafy. Works great. Pop that guy over there. If you have something round, hang on, I need a towel. So you have something round, it's not too stable to cut with, right? Chop your fingers off. What I do, slice part of it off, you get a nice flat surface. And then you can go to town like that. You can hold it like this, you can go like this. And that leads us to our next cut, which is strips. I'm gonna cut those off. just think of a French fry. If something says it's supposed to be julienned. And if that's helpful, please subscribe, hit the little bell, make sure you get all my updates because I'll have more stuff like this coming down. If there's something you want to see, just let me know. All right, so that's it. Knife skills part 2. Hope that was helpful. I'm not drinking because I'm working with a knife, but cheers.